Monday morning, December 9th, 2024. Been a busy weekend. We're out doing a test drive right now on an all-tech bucket truck. We got a customer from long distance away looking at this unit. It's a 55-foot all-tech bucket. Doing our check-in drive, our test drive, checking all our gauges, making sure everything's good. We're getting ready to hit the highway with it on the way back from picking up another truck. But it's Monday morning. Yesterday was the Christmas parade. AJ captured a ton of content, and I think it was an amazing time. The kids loved it. We ran the drone the whole way, capturing a lot of cool stuff. We had the monster truck, had the mega truck, we had the Sherp. That was a real crowd hit. The Ghostbuster car was still probably a crowd favorite. We had the 2020 SEMA F450 dually. We had a couple of our customers on some side-by-sides, and the 10-door Suburban. Really thought the 10-door Suburban would probably take the cake, as it usually does, but I think it was between the Ghostbuster car and the Sherp. But the horn on the 450 was cool, and the kids loved the drone. You can see the people in the video. AJ put a little short up earlier, but we will get a full-length video with all the footage on there. You see the kids just going crazy as the drone flew by. He's gotten pretty good at his skills on that. He was actually laying in the back of one of the pickup trucks, so nobody really knew where he was at. He was catching it, going, coming and going. All the friends and family had a great time. Every vehicle had a ton of kids in it. A couple of the kids were riding in the monster truck, some in the Suburban throwing out stuff. It really is unfortunate you can't throw candy out anymore. The kids love when you throw stuff out. So Daniel was actually throwing out some, I think, keychains and tire pressure gauges. Not sure if the kids realized what they were getting or even what they could do with it, but hopefully their parents ended up with it. Really was a good time. We didn't have any troubles. My transporter came in and drove the big rig. There's usually a little bit of problems with the way that trailer swings because it's got a real far setback axle, but it worked out really good too. We didn't get bound up. A couple years ago, we got in a tight situation ending a parade that wasn't real good, but this year worked out great. Turned out really good for everybody. So pleased with that. Got everything loaded up, got everything back home, got everything undecorated. Mudball truck, that's got to get a transmission. Daniel's working on sourcing a converter for that. Everybody asked, why did y'all not race this year? How come you didn't get much racing in? The truck was ready, but I didn't want to go out half-cocked. We could tell the transmission was not doing what it was supposed to do. Sure enough, one of the last times we went to unload it, the reverse kind of went out. That transmission's been in and out of that truck, I think, 5 times. So, going completely new converter, set up for the horsepower, set up for the mud, set up for the distance we run. So I feel pretty pleased that that's going to all work out right. Race car, put away for the winter. We're ready for next season, thankfully. The only thing I think we need to do on that is tighten the converter up a little bit. Monster truck's good. We got some maintenance we need to do on that like every year, but that's getting ready to get put away. Kind of a, not disappointing, kind of a depressing time of the year when all the toys get put away. Of course, there's no boating. It's too cold, so the boats are put away and winterized. A lot of people ask why we did not do much with boats this year. We did a couple events. We didn't get much footage, unfortunately, but we didn't do much with sails either. And if this video gives you, if this video makes you seasick, it's because he's sitting on a stationary seat. I'm on an air ride seat, and this thing is bumpy. I mean, really bumpy. But anyway, not quite the vehicle we should be driving for doing this video, but we need to knock out, put some miles on this just to make sure it's good to go. But boating in general, boat sales, we kind of scaled back. Next year, Cody at the marina, probably going to pick up some of the slack on boat sales. We'll give him a little bit of extra, another task, I guess, to put on his plate, as if he doesn't do enough already. But boats in the water, people want to test drive, people want to use them. A lot of very successful boat dealers are on the water. So I think we're going to have more of the product there on site so people can actually test drive. Also the atmosphere. When you come to look at a boat, we keep them in a warehouse that's not even at the car lot. We got a separate warehouse we keep them in. And I don't think people really get the feel didn't matter. People weren't coming anyway. People were just buying a boat, taking it home, putting it on their local lake or their river. So sales were a lot different than they are now. We got to get back to being a little bit more up to date on things such as that, and we'll go work on that. That's one of the things on our to-do list. Side by sides, we've got a little bit more showroom area now. Had a little Apple phone failure there, but jet skis, go-karts, golf carts, things like that are really easy for us to deal with right on site. So even though we've now got 4 showrooms, 4 different building facilities, actually 5 different building facilities, we still are really always stretching out of our seams of space. But with growth, that happens. This morning, we got a 6-door in. Hasn't gone on the website yet. Hopefully that'll get live today. We also got the ultimate oil rig pipeline worker. You know, that's another word, AJ, when you start to post that truck, make sure to put pipeline worker, pipeline welder. We have the ultimate truck for that. Welding rig, I call it, but you can use it for whatever. The hot shot guys could use it. It's got the deep boxes, fuel tank on board. That thing is set up really, really cool. So don't miss that one. You definitely, if you're in any kind of towing, hauling, that's a 2022 3500 High Country Chevrolet with the cut down hauler bed on the back. 22 and 35s with a small lift kit. Got the stance, got the look. I just posted a little short about it, so if you haven't seen it yet and you don't see the full length video, which we'll be doing the full length video shortly, but it is going to be on the TikTok and YouTube short, so you can check it out. Pricing will be on the website. It should be live on the website hopefully anytime now. One of the most affordable, it's 18,000 miles, $79,900. One of the most affordable high country dualies with that kind of bed on the back in the country. I just did a quick search this morning. You're not gonna find another one like it for that price range. So set up, ready to work, great price. I want it gone. Try not to have any extra inventory that we don't have to deal with for the end of the year. In case you guys are new followers, we have over 400 vehicles. 300 of them alive and available for sale right now. That's a lot of inventory. The more inventory we have, the more we got to keep track of, the more we got to deal with. So I'd like it to go, and much of it to go away for the end of the year as possible. Get ready to jump on the interstate, finish up the test drive on this bucket truck. If you guys have any questions on any of our commercial vehicles, reach out to Mike in the office. He's available. He's in. I guess about 11 o'clock now on a Monday morning. Lots of stuff selling, lots of stuff moving, lots of stuff transporting, lots of stuff ready to be transported out.